Welcome to this episode. We're going to discuss about JavaScript syntax. Now, we're going to start by defining and elaborating how the JavaScript syntax is placed whenever you want to run a function using JavaScript. So statements are placed within the script tags. We have the opening and the closing tag. That is, you can have a closing tag and an enclosed tag, but the most preferred tag is a tag with both opening and the closing tag. The tags are placed anywhere but normally recommended within the header tags. The script tag alerts the browser to the script tag alerts the browser program to start interpreting the text between the tags. The script as well has two attributes in itself. That is the language and the type of script. So the language specifies the scripting language you are using, while the type is recommended to indicate the scripting language in use, and its value should be used to texts or rather to display the text or the scripting language, which is in our case which is JavaScript. From that we can view from an example of how JavaScript syntax should look like. For instance, you have the HTML tags, which which wraps the whole HTML framework. Then we have the body, we have the header. We should have an header between the HTML and the body. Then we have the body. But now we have placed the JavaScript tags in the body section just for elaboration purposes. But when we start coding, we are going to place the script on the header section. So for instance, now the opening tag, it has the attributes, both attributes that we talked about. The language attribute, which is the language that we're using, that is JavaScript. Then we have the type of attribute. The type of attributes displays the type of text or the scripting language that you're going to use. Now, let's move on to the JavaScript statements. So some of these topics are going to be repeating. They will be repeating because we're going to cover bits by bits, and we're going to understand from how they depend on each other. JavaScript statements, they are composed of values, operators, expressions, and keywords and comments. Now, what are JavaScript operators? They are operators that are called inside a function to execute a function, to execute an input. Semicolons as well, they separate JavaScript statements. When separated by semicolons, multiple statements on one line are allowed. For instance, you can see how we have declared the variable. You've put the var, but you have just used the var. So you can use the var. Then the var as you can store data in A, B, C. Then you can call from different variables. For instance, you can declare as, let's say for instance you want to call a C, and the C is combination of an A and a B. So when you declare a C as a combination of an A and B, and you've declared the values of each variable, then the code is going to run smoothly. JavaScript white space. JavaScript ignores multiple spaces. You can add white spaces to your script to make it more readable. That is a very good example there. Now, another bit that we're going to cover is JavaScript code blocks. JavaScript statements can be grouped together in code blocks inside curly brackets. JavaScript functions are the ones mostly grouped together. For instance, function, you can declare a function, then you call a statement inside the function. Like for instance, you're calling a method, you're calling document by ID. This is vanilla JavaScript. So you're calling an element by method ID. So when you call it inside the block. Well, we're going to for you to understand more on this, we're going to cover this topic on the variables. So when you get to the variables, we're going to discuss it in details. You're going to understand the code blocks, and we're going to understand constables. You're going to understand the let types as well. The difference between let, const, and variables. So the variables are used inside, you can use them outside the block, while const are declared inside a block, while let is used to declare a variable. So don't worry, we're going to discuss that. We will discuss that in our next topic. So thank you very much for being with me, and I hope to see you in the next episode.